Good afternoon. My name is Jarius, and we're here with TUC Magazine, and we have the pleasure of sitting with Miss Yandy Smith.
Hey, TUC.
How's your day going?
Everything is good. Everything is so good.
First, I want to say thank you for just sitting down, just having a conversation with you. Not only are you beautiful,
Thank you very much.
you're such a nice person.
Thank you.
So how do you feel like you being from the Bronx and everything shaped you into the woman you are today?
Well, I am originally from Harlem,
Okay.
but I do reside in the Bronx. I live in Riverdale, and I am New Yorker to the core.
Okay.
I'm straightforward. I am hardcore on the outside, but I am as soft as pie and a teddy bear on the inside, and that is the New York mantra. I am definitely a multitasker. And I think just the New York way of life, we hustle and bustle, and for me that is my life. If I don't hustle, I don't eat. So I have learned it is my culture, it is in my blood because of where I'm from.
Speaking of culture and everything, because that's where you are from, and excuse me, yeah, you do reside, and what you were saying and everything like that. As far as with your culture, do you feel like the way you were raised and everything shaped you into who you are, just being a hustler and everything like that?
Absolutely. I come from very humble beginnings. My mom and my dad both, they raised me in the projects, Grant Projects on 125th Street, and they worked, I'd say, very mediocre jobs, so we struggled. But one thing, my mom thought education was very, very, very important, and she also thought me being well-rounded was important. So very early on, she had me in school, probably since I was about 7 or 8. I was in school all year round, and then I went to school on Saturdays as well. But I went to performing arts schools, academics during the day, then performing arts probably until about 6 or 7 on Saturdays, and all throughout the summer. So I was able, very young, to get a scholarship to go to private school. So I lived in the projects where it was all black and brown people. But then I went to school, and I was the only little brown girl in my whole school. So I'm comfortable in any room. I have best friends that look like me, that look very different than me, and it has a lot to do with my upbringing and how my mom and dad raised me. Definitely having mixed cultures as a part of my life has really helped me be comfortable wherever I am.
Have you ever felt like you had to assimilate someone else's culture just to fit in?
Well, when I was in private school and they were serving us sushi and celery for lunch, then I was going home eating collard greens and, chicken for dinner. There's sometimes when you are mixing cultures, there is a bit of that. But I appreciate learning about other cultures, because in my household, we were not eating celeries and we were not eating sushi at all. But I was able to take that back home and tell my mom, I just ate, some eel today, or Mom, I had whatever. And I was able to teach my mom a lot of different things. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
On the way up here, I heard you humming. I guess you love to sing.
You know what? Everyone I think that's in the entertainment business, to some respect, thought that they were going to be in front of the camera, or they were going to be behind the mic, and then for whatever reason, it just didn't go that way. So, in my younger days, there was no Beyonce, but I thought I was going to be the next Beyonce before Beyonce was who she is now. Didn't quite work out that way, so I settled to be a manager behind the scenes.
If there's any other career in the world you would do, what would it be and why?
Let me think. I can't really say a performer, because in some respects I am a performer now.
True.
To be honest with you, I'm doing every single thing I've ever would have imagined doing. I love people. I love talking to people. I love encouraging and empowering women, and that wasn't kind of where my career started. But now I do a lot of that with the platform that I have. So that is what I would love to do that full time. I would love to be a motivational speaker. I would love to be a counselor, a guidance counselor. That's what I would probably be, a guidance counselor in a high school.
That's good.
Or even at a college.
If I wasn't an editor or a writer, I always wanted to be a high school teacher to teach English. Only because I feel like you do need to know how to write a college level paper when you're going to college.
Absolutely. And I feel like just our young people are dealing with so much and going through so much, and a lot of them don't have people that they can talk to. So just being that one-on-one person to give advice, to just listen, I think is important.
Being a philanthropist, why is it so important to give back to your community?
Well, I'm a product of someone giving back to me in every aspect of my life. So for college, I got a scholarship to Howard for my first year from the Gap CEO, Mickey Drexler. And it wasn't because I was the smartest girl in the school. It wasn't because I had, super amazing grades. It was simply because I went up to him, I said hello, And I said, what are you doing here at my school? He said why he was there. And I said, well, I want to work for your company. I want to learn what it means to work at the Gap. And, I started interning there. And again, I got an internship just because I said hello. And from there, I interned with the Gap, all 4 years pretty much of high school, and then college. They gave me a scholarship, and then in college, I interned at their San Francisco headquarters. So he gave back to me, and that really helped shape my career. And there's been so many people. When I left college, I decided not to go work in fashion, and I decided to work in entertainment. And again, it was somebody turning around. I interned there, somebody investing in me the knowledge, and also taking me to meetings and flying me around to different places to learn that business. And that's really been what created this monster of Yandy Smith Harris today.
When you were out in California, is that when you that's when you decided you want to work in the entertainment industry after the whole
Nope, not at all. When I graduated at Howard, I graduated after going through this retail management program with the Gap, but the CEO, Mickey, left the company. Okay. And when he left the company in my senior year of college, I was like, I'm not starting all over again, because when he left the company, I think the retail management program left as well. So I was starting as a top merchandiser, I was going to have to start from the bottom. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So I went back home, slept on my mom's couch, crying, like, what am I going to do with my life? I graduated college with honors, and I had no job. So I figured it out, and I went to intern at the Gap. I actually got 2 offers in entertainment, and I got an offer from Reebok, and I also got an offer from some other company, I can't remember. But I was like, if I'm not at the Gap, I don't want to work there. I don't want to work in fashion. And I stepped foot in Violators' offices, and that is where the whole entertainment dream started for me.
How was it when you stepped in Violet's office?
Oh my goodness, it was crazy. I went initially with a friend that was trying to book Busta for something, but the day that I went to Violator was the day that they were having this huge show at Nassau Coliseum in New York. So in the office, you had Busta in the office, you had LL in the office, Missy came through I was there for a good hour and a half, and in that hour and a half, everyone was coming to the office to pick up tickets, or they were coming to pick up something. So all these artists were coming in and out of and I was like, where am I was seeing all these people that I've idolized growing up coming in and out of this office. So I went to the reception, and I'm like, are you guys looking for interns? And she's like, no. So I was like, okay. Went back to my desk, and by the time I was leaving, I was like, can you just give me your card, because I'm gonna email you my resume, and when you are looking, I'm here. There's a whole long story in between that, but I didn't let her just tell me no. I emailed, I showed up at the office a couple more times, to the point where even though she told me no, Mona one day when I got there was in the office, Mona Scott Young, and she's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, hi, I'm Yandy. I'm here looking for an internship. I heard you're not hiring, but I'm telling you, I am the best. Whatever you need, I can do it. If you need coffee, I'm the best coffee getter. If you need someone to file your papers, I'm the best filer. Whatever you need. And she's like, well, let's see. Go clean my office. And that's kind of where it started for me.
What does it take to work for Yandy Smith? If someone is interested in working for you, what does it take? What are you looking for?
I like to hire people that I feel like are smarter than me. And it doesn't have to be all-encompassing smarter than me on all aspects of everything. But if you are a STEM girl or a STEM guy, if you are digitally equipped to build a website, you're smarter than me in that aspect, because I cannot build a website right now. So you would get hired if you are able to do that. And I love to keep people around me, like I said, that are smarter than me. That's my first rule of thumb. You have to be better than me in something so that I can learn from you as well. And then also, manners can open up doors for me that just money cannot. So you can be super smart, but if you're nasty, you have a nasty disposition, I can't be around you at all. So definitely manners and just your disposition and nice people. I like working around nice people. And then one of the last requirements for me is I want you to be a go-getter. Don't just want to be an assistant. Don't just want to build a website. Also feel like you want to be greater and do more, because that's super duper duper important. So yeah, that's important for me. You definitely have to be a go-getter. You have to have some goal. And I like people that want to generate income. So come to me with some content ideas so that I can put it on the website and get some ad sales from it. Come to me with an idea for this, that, or the third, so that I can feel like, oh, she's gonna make me some money. Yeah, we need her on the team. So that's important for me. Or we need him on the team.
Well, let's talk about your book, My Blended Family.
Yes.
What made you write it?
So I am definitely the living model of a blended family. I have a blended family, and there are sometimes awkward conversations that I have to have with my baby boy and soon to be my baby girl. My baby girl is only 2, so we're not talking about those kind of things yet. But so a situation that happened, my son had a birthday party last year, and his older brother had a previous engagement with his mom that he had to go to, so he couldn't make it to his birthday party. My son had a fit. His older brother, he idolizes him. And when his older brother couldn't make it, he was like, he doesn't love me. He doesn't want to come to my party. And I'm like, no, it's not that. He has to go with his mommy. His mommy, but you're his mommy. And I'm like, no, he has his real mommy. And those kind of conversations, I was like, oh my gosh. So I created this book for moms like me and dads like my husband, where we have to explain these situations to our children, but we want to explain it in a story form. And we don't want our children to feel like they're the only one. Like, I didn't want my son to go to school and feel like, wait, I have, do I have 2 mommies and my brother has another mommy, and what is that? And I didn't want him to feel different. So I wanted him to understand, like, this is a new norm for a lot of people. So he can relate. When I read him this story and there's a little boy whose big brother wasn't able to come to the party because he was with his mommy, he's like, oh my gosh, mommy, that happened to me too. And then I have another story in this book where one of the brothers, he only comes over for the weekends. It's called My Weekend Visits with Dad. And, it makes them feel like, okay, this is normal.
Right.
So that's why I created the book. And this book is one of a series, and the series are going to address all these difficult topics that sometimes could be difficult to talk to little people about.
Has this book been positive on the market? And
it's doing really well. It's doing well. I'm excited because we are in the New York City Public Libraries.
Great.
I have been in, so far, I think 6 public schools, and we did book signings in the schools, and the number's growing. Every day we get a different call about putting it in the public schools libraries. And then I have a book signing here at the mayor's office.
Perfect.
Next week.
That's good.
Yeah. So
I'm a product as well of a blended family.
There you go.
Yeah, my mom died in 97. My dad remarried, and you already know, having 5 other siblings and 2 new siblings, it's kind of hectic.
Yes.
But if you look at it, like when you see our family picture, we all look alike.
Yeah. And it's just more love to go around.
Yeah. So what is your definition of true urban culture? What does true urban culture means to you?
I don't necessarily think that it's a color. A lot of times when you hear something urban, you think of a particular color. Exactly. I think it's a lifestyle. I think it's the way you walk into a room. I think it's the way you hold your head. I think it's the music you listen to. I think it's the way you speak. I think it's the way you carry yourself. I think it's the confidence. When I think of urban culture, I think of a confidence that is we are bold.
Right.
I think we are loud. I think we are unapologetic. I think that we are demanding, and I think that we fight for what's ours. And that's what I think of when I think of urban culture.
And you know what? I just want to say thank you for your time, Yandy.
You're welcome.
I know you have a lot of stuff going on. We just wanted to spend some time just to talk to you and everything. And we definitely do appreciate you guys sitting down.
No problem.
Anytime.
And you guys go out and purchase this book for your little people.
My Blended Family.
My Blended Family. And you can get it on Amazon. You can get it in Barnes & Nobles. And you can also find it at yandysmith.com.
I think I'll purchase it today so I can read it to my niece tonight and everything like that. Her bad self. But once again, I'm Jarius, and I'm here with TUC Magazine. And thanks again to Yandy Smith sitting down talking with us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for everything.